What are you doing with yourself? Why are you the same? Are you tired of getting the same results year after year after year? Bob Proctor, the star of the movie The Secret, says if you want to change, you have to change your paradigms that are controlling you. A paradigm is a bunch of habits. Everything you do is habitual. Your customs, your beliefs, the way you put your clothes on in the morning was taught to you by someone else. Who are you listening to? You want to change your weight, your salary, or your relationships, you first must start with your habits. Dr. Stephanie Aldrich, creator of the Habit Formula, has spent the last few years learning how to have love, health, and wealth. She has the secret sauce to all, and she wants to give it to you for free. Go to thehabitformulabook.com for more information. Hey everybody, you know what time it is. It's lunchtime with the Habit Master. I'm your host, Dr. Stephanie Aldrich, and I help people get better results both professionally and personally by tweaking their daily routines so that they can get all of their actions and resources towards their goals and hit them quicker and easier. Before we get started, I want to thank Shelly Serio and Stacy Maurer for getting their copy of the Habit Formula. They got their copy yesterday. If you are interested in learning how to tweak your results, grab a free copy of my book. Go to thehabitformulabook.com, thehabitformulabook.com, one more time, thehabitformulabook.com, and grab your free copy today. It will change your life. I know it will. So anyway, today we are going to talk about habits. Why am I harping on habits so much? This is an important topic that if you realize how important it is to the results that you're getting, you're going to start becoming aware of things around you, your surroundings, what you do, how you plan things, your mentality. Once you know how important the habits are. And then you can learn how to tweak them, which is what the Habit Formula is all about. So what are habits? Habits are behavioral patterns that over time become consistent and routine. So this could be your belief system. This could be your thoughts or mindset. This could be actions that you take during your day. Pretty much any activity, thought, pattern, or belief system can be considered habitual or routine. If over time they become the same thing, you get in your comfort zone, you understand what you have to do, and you don't even have to consciously think about it anymore. What that also means is that you can tweak those things too. You can change something in those routines so that you can get results that are different from what you're getting on a normal daily basis. So that's the good thing. The bad thing is that most people are comfortable and they're okay with what they're getting, and they know that it's going to be a little bit of effort, time, money, whatever resources they're going to put into it, and they don't necessarily want to have to go through the hassle. If you understand that you only need to do a little bit of tweaking and not, change everything in your life, then it's not so scary to jump in and get your feet wet a little bit. What I suggest in the Habit Formula book is start with a habit that's small. So maybe you want to organize your closet, for instance. You want to become a little more organized. Well, that's a small habit that you can start incorporating, is being a little bit more organizational, okay? That doesn't mean you have to go tear your house up and, buy all kinds of things to, closet organizers and, Tupperware and, all these storage things. This just means you're going to start with one little area of your house and go from there and work your way up. Once you start finding success, finding experience, and finding confidence that you can change and tweak these little behavioral habits that you've gotten over the past, how many years or whatever, over a certain time frame, then you're going to realize that you can change other things. And I myself have changed so much in the past 3 years. You probably wouldn't recognize the way I did things before. Like, I can't believe it's only been a few years, but it seems like a lifetime ago with my mindset and also the energy output that I'm putting into all of my goals that I've set for myself and that I want to hit. Okay? So the question becomes, well, where do these habitual patterns come from? Well, when we're born, we don't know anything, right? Little babies, they don't know how to eat, they don't know how to crawl or walk, or hey, that stove is hot, don't touch it, or the dog's gonna bite you, he's too excited, he's gonna jump up and knock you down, don't go over there right now, he's too excited. Where do we learn these things from? It's basically other people. It's your past experiences. It's other people's beliefs, it's tradition, it's cultural events, it's religious practices. All of those things over time have caused you to act and think a certain way. Now, the good part about that too is you can tweak those things. You can find something in your environment that has caused you to act or think a certain way, and you can tweak it, you can change it, get out of the environment, move to the big city. If you think that you're you need a different job, for instance, okay, you've got the skill set, this certain, the place that you're working at, they keep looking over your position for the next spot, right? Well, that doesn't mean that there's not other companies out there. Maybe you need to change companies. I know it's different, it's unknown, it's new. It requires you to, take a chance, take a risk, do something different. But maybe that environment is better for you. Maybe the people that work there, the culture, the mindset of that company is something that is going to bring out your strengths, your skill sets, and use what you've got to offer to the best of your ability, and it's going to do nothing but make you feel good, make you feel needed and wanted, and you could shine. You don't know what you could do. So sometimes the environment plays a big role. I know where I come from, it's a small town. I graduated with 44 people in my class, and it's hard to believe that. And even though I moved to a bigger place, I'm still within an hour of where I grew up. So the small town mentality sometimes still is hard for me to fight because, a lot of people, they've never been an author. They've only worked for a company. They don't own a business. And now I own 2 businesses. Maybe they haven't traveled a lot because that's more of a small town mentality. Now, that's not saying everybody in the town is small town thinking, but that just means that, when you're raised in a certain environment, sometimes that mindset follows you along no matter where you go. And that's something that if you realize that you can change it and tweak it, it's rewarding, and it's also relief that you can change anything that you want in your life. You can change a career. If you don't like your job, you can totally change midstream. You don't have to wait till your midlife crisis like I did to start doing what you're passionate about. I love writing. I've always loved writing. I always did well in English class and English lit in college. I could come up with a story like that, pretty good grammar, and could whip up a term paper in, a couple of hours, where I had other friends that were like, this is a bunch of crap, and, it took me 3 weeks to write this stupid thing, and I still got a C on it. I remember one instance, this was senior year, so of course we're partying all the time in college, and my roommate at the time, her and I were in the same class, some English literature class, I don't even freaking remember, that's been so long ago, but we had to write a term paper about whatever, I don't even know what it was. I want to say Beowulf, which is, that's a whole other story there, but we had a bunch of parties to go to that week, right? And it's like, hey, your senior year, you got to go party, right? And so the night before the term paper was due, right, I knew, or maybe it was 2 days before, but I knew what I wanted to talk about. So what I did was I wrote out a brief outline, right? And I kind of made some quotations, like pages of where it was going to support those opinions, right? And I don't think the term paper was more than, I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 pages. So it was a small term paper. So my roommate at the time, who just hated writing, she didn't go to the party, right? So I went to the party, I came home, I, was a little tipsy. I blurbed out my term paper at like 2 o'clock in the morning. It took me maybe a couple hours. I went to bed for a few hours before the class. She was up all night, didn't go to the party, didn't go to work, worked on that term paper. I, only got a couple hours sleep, but I partied. I got to hang out with everybody. I got an A on the term paper. She got a C. She was so freaking ticked, I don't, I'm in my 40s, right? Why am I letting my ability to tell a story, to be able to organize my thoughts, simplify concepts into terms that everybody can understand, why am I letting that go to waste? What am I going to do with the rest of my life, right? So I decided a couple years ago to start tweaking things, start tweaking my daily routines, start organizing my dental practice a different way, and start writing. I write every single day. It might be a blurb for a commercial. It might be like this show today. I had to write it out. What am I going to talk about? What am I going to think about? It might be a concept for a new book. I'm already into, so the 3rd book is The Habit Formula. I've already written the 4th book and the 5th book. They're in editing right now. And I'm working on the 6th book. It's about probably maybe a quarter done, right? If I want to be a writer, I'm going to write. Dentistry now has become more of a hobby for me, where maybe the passion's not there, but I'm good at it. I help a lot of people. I've been doing it for 20 years. The practice is pretty much, even keel, sustainable, well-oiled machine. So I work 3 days at the dental practice, and the other couple days I get to write. Well, guess what? I write every day. If I want to be a writer, then let's do my passion and write. And you can do the same thing. What's nice about realizing, and it's all about the awareness of it, if you're aware that you can tweak things at any point, you could be 70 years old and decide to take up a new hobby. What's stopping you? Maybe you've always wanted to finish your degree and you never have. Well, a lot of college campuses have senior programs. You're never too old to change something. Maybe you realize that you've gotten, you've added a few pounds on, and you're like, man, I love these jeans that I have in my closet, but I can't get my fat butt into them, right? I kind of realized that myself. I'm like, man, no matter how much I work out, it's just not helping, and I'm not losing any weight. So finally I realized, you know what, I need help on this. So I got on a different diet. I went to the doctor. They kind of put me on some supplements and things. Boom, lost 20 pounds. I could fit into my skinny jeans, and I'm happy. So it's never too late to change something that you don't want the results that you're getting in your life. So don't be afraid to do it. That's probably one of the biggest obstacles is fear of the unknown. Is it going to work? Do I have the energy or the resources or whatever? And you know what? You do. And don't allow anyone else to give you crap. I know I have people in my life that are very, very supportive, but I also get negativity once in a while from them, and you know who you are if you're watching. I don't listen to it. I don't care if you say that I'm a workaholic or, this and that. I make time for my family, but I also have to make time for myself. And I will never apologize for that. I say no to people all the time because I know what I have to do to keep myself on track for my goals. And if I am not happy in my life, how can I help other people be happy in theirs, or be the mother or wife or friend or mentor that I want to be? I have to be good with me first. So remember that all of this habitual behavior and that, it starts with somebody else's beliefs, and they teach you their beliefs and their actions and their daily routines. But as an adult, you have the power to change anything. And that's what's really, really cool about this. So, you're basically learning it from someone else. So why are they, the law? Why is their word the law? Guess what? You can change it. Start listening to somebody else. Maybe your friends are, a bunch of partiers, and you're like, you know what? I really need to focus on my health and my wealth. And to do that, I can't be going out and spending all my money on, drinking and socializing. Welcome to the grown-up world. I don't party as much as I used to anymore. And a lot of people, once you get to a certain age, you're focusing your attention on your family, on your career, and on yourself, on your health, and, maybe some travel or something like that. What's wrong with that? It's, it's called life. It's called growing up. It's called taking responsibility and taking control. So that's what these little bracelets are about. I'm in control. And for you to change anything in your life, you have to be in control of what the heck you're doing. Why are habits important? They help us feel more in control. We don't consciously have to waste energy thinking about what the heck we're doing. We just normally go in. So think about your morning routine. You wake up, what do? You go turn the coffee on, or maybe it's already on a timer, but you go make yourself a cup of coffee, you hit the shower, or maybe you go work out first. Then you come home, coffee, shower, get the kids up, ready for bed, ready for school, whatever. You kind of start learning, what works for you. You go to work the same route every day. Well, what happens when there's a detour because there's construction, or there is a huge traffic jam because there's an accident, and you're like, crap, how do I get to work on time? Like, now you have to think about it. Now you got to get out Google Maps and say, oh my gosh, where am I going? How do I get there? If I turn off here, where do I go from there? You have to, consciously think about it. Well, that takes energy, that takes effort. You're scrambling, you're trying to figure out, what you're doing. Habits keep us in our comfort zone. It's like that really cozy pair of sweatpants, right? That when you get home, you put those sweatpants on, they're kind of worn out, the elastic is, a little bit loose. They just feel so comfortable. You don't have to suck anything in. They're warm. They're like real soft material because you washed them like 8 million times. That's what habits are. They keep you protected. They keep you warm and fuzzy. That's good if you're getting the results that you want. But if you want to kick it up, you want to get out of debt, you want to earn more money, how are you going to get out of that comfort zone? Guess what? You need a new pair of sweatpants, or you need a skirt, or you need a new suit to put on to make you a little uncomfortable, to make you suck it in, and to hold your chin up and to get out there and make put some effort in and make things happen. So, habits can decrease our stress and our cortisol levels, our anxiety levels, but that's only if they're serving us. If we're not getting the results that we want, then obviously we have to take different actions. And to do that, we have to figure out what actions do we have to change. How are we going to change them? When are we going to change them? It throws a whole a whole thing of steps into place so that you can get the results that you want. But then you have to consciously start thinking of that and make a plan to start moving in that direction. So what are some good daily habits? I went on developgoodhabits.com. They gave 203 good habits to have. I thought that was way too many. So what I did was I wrote down 25 of them that I thought were really good. And these are habits that you should start doing every day. If you're not doing them, you might even be doing them, but you don't realize you're doing them. But it kind of just sets you up to be in a good mood. It's good for you. And it can help get you the results that you want. So these are in no particular order. So don't think number one is actually number one. It's just I threw down the list. So anyway, you got number one is exercise, obviously. Get your body moving every day. I don't care if it's just walking up and down the steps a little bit, or you're walking the dog around the block so they can get some exercise and do their business outside. Get outside at some point during the day and get a little exercise on. You can go to the gym and get your sweat on. I do Taekwondo 2-3 times a week, and that helps me kick the bag and get my aggressions out, and that's good. When we're not going to Taekwondo, usually, I have an 8-year-old son, and he's just, crazy and always moving, so I'm usually throwing the ball, doing something with him that requires me to get up and, be a little bit physically fit. So get the, the frisbee out, whatever it is. Usually he keeps me moving. So that's good too. If you're not around kids, go around a kid. They will get you to move. Number 2, call an old friend or relative. It's always good and comforting when you talk to somebody that loves you, that knows you. So if you haven't talked to grandma lately, call her and say, hey, I love you, and hey, what's shaking? Give her details, because trust me, you're going to warm her heart by doing it. Maybe it's an old friend that you haven't talked to forever. Give them a call. Don't wait for them to call you. You take the initiative and you give them a call and say, hey, what up, man? I haven't talked to you forever. What's shaking? How the kids? What's going on? How's work? Whatever. Number 3, have fun in a hobby. The older you get, you're tangled up in all kinds of stuff, right? So you got to run the kids to soccer practice, and you got a late meeting, and this and that, and hubby needs this, and whatever. Take some time out for yourself and do something that you like to do. And if that's not necessarily every day, but maybe that's a couple times a week that you play cards with the girls, or you go bowling, or whatever. Make sure that you're having fun. Try to have as much fun, and if you like to golf, then go golf a couple times a week. Join a league. Do something that's going to make you get out and have some fun. Number 4, buy something new. This does not mean go out and blow all your money on stuff, because that's going to get you into trouble, and that's a bad habit to have. But buy a little trinket or something. Maybe something's worn out, or maybe you want a new pair of earrings that are cheapies, you know, 10, 20 bucks, you know. Go spend something. That doesn't mean you do it every day, but go spend something nice maybe once a week on yourself, and replenish something, and then get rid of something old. That way you're not a clutter bug, right? Do something for yourself, buy something new, okay? Number 5 is stretch. Stretching is very important, especially the older you get. We're not as limber, we're not as flexible as we used to be. I know for myself, I just do a couple, big stretches, touch the toes, just make sure that I'm ready to go. And especially being a dentist, I'm hunched over all the time, so I'm always constantly doing shoulder flexes and whatever. Get up, get stretched out. If you are going to do some physical activity, the older you get, the more important it is to stretch. So make sure you're taking time there. You want to stretch out at least a good 10 minutes before. Warm up your body, maybe do a little jogging in place or something. Get those muscles warmed up so that you're not pulling something or injuring yourself by being cold. Okay? Number 6, get away from the stress of the day and have some alone time. Again, this goes along with the hobby theme here. You got to get away. Sometimes you got to say no. Last night I was supposed to do something and I was like, you know what? I didn't sleep the night before very well. I was just hyped up on something, who knows what. My mind was going and I couldn't sleep. I just wanted, my husband's like, well, I wouldn't have made plans. And I said, no, I want some quiet time. I spent the night relaxing outside on my deck, watched a couple of videos on YouTube, and I just kind of cleared my mind. I listened to the birds sing, and it was really nice. Played in the garden a little bit, and I feel so rejuvenated today. Every day, though, you need to do this, even if it's only 10 minutes. Lock yourself in the bathroom, take a bubble bath, or just lock yourself in the bathroom with your phone, watch a funny little comedy or something. The kids and your hubby can wait, or your spouse, your wife, or whatever. They can wait, okay? 10 minutes, it's not going to kill them, all right? Number 7, chew gum. And you say, what does chew gum have anything to do with it? Well, chew gum, it helps to clean the surfaces of your teeth. So any debris can get caught up into the gum, and your saliva and just the chewing on it can help break it down. So that's a good thing from a dental perspective. But chewing gum, unless you have a TMJ problem, so that's the dentist in me. If you have a TMJ problem, don't chew gum. But if everything else is good, it kind of just gets you working, Get a little bit of, it gives you a good breath. Okay, so if you're talking in public or you're doing a sales meeting or something, it gets you fresh and ready to go, right? So chew a little gum. Number 8, put your favorite outfit on and strut your stuff. Go to dinner with the spouse tonight. Have a little date night. Put on, something cute that, you're looking good, and go for it, It's going to, if they see the confidence that you have, obviously there's going to be more of an attraction there, because they're like, look at her, man. She's strutting her stuff. So don't be afraid to do that. That's good. It's all about confidence, right? Number 9, identify something that scares you. Public speaking, cold calling, meeting new people, and start doing it every day. So if you are terrified to go up to somebody, a stranger, and say hi, guess what? Start doing it. Just do it once a day. Once a day. I know for me, I'm not that great at talking to the camera. I'm surprised anybody's even watching this. But the only way for me to get better is for me to do it every day. And I hope that I'm getting better. I still say a lot and I stutter a little bit. I'll never be any better than that, because my brain is working 1,000 miles an hour faster than my mouth gets to it. So that's just how I'm wired. But I know I feel more comfortable and relaxed the more I do it. And I know where I got to look at in the camera so it looks like I'm looking at you guys. It's all about experience. So if you hate cold calling somebody. Guess what? Get on the phone and call 5 people. Who cares if they reject you, hang up on you, tell you that you're an a-hole, whatever. Who cares? You're getting confidence. And as you do more of it, you're going to be able to handle any objections, any concerns that they have. You may even become really good at it where you send them information early so that you pre-qualify them and you're not wasting a lot of your time and effort getting rejected or having to follow up with them or whatever. So experience equals experiences, so remember that. Number 10, compliment somebody. Most of the time if you compliment somebody, they're going to compliment you, and then doesn't that feel good when you're complimented? So do it first. Hold the door open for somebody. Tell them that they smell good, or their shoes are cute, or whatever. So do something nice for somebody. Number 11, read something for 15 minutes that is spiritual or inspirational. When we do our morning huddle at the office, we start in gratitude. So everybody goes around and tells the group something that they're grateful for, okay? And what that does is it kind of puts the focus off of them and off of what they're feeling. Maybe if there's something bad going on, they can see the good in that. And when we're trying to help other people, that's what it's all about. Us giving something to them, so then they're not focused on themselves. And that's what gratitude does. So if you read something or listen to something that's more spiritual or inspirational, that'll kind of get you in the mindset of helping others, being of service, and not necessarily focusing on woe is me kind of thing. Number 12, pay attention to your surroundings. So what does the sun feel like today? Is it warm on your skin? Do you smell, you're going in the bakery, stop and smell, what it smells like, that fresh bread and the muffins and, all that stuff. Or maybe you're at your grandma's house and she's got a certain smell in her house, that her favorite perfume or whatever. Pay attention to that, because that helps to connect neurons in our brains and it creates a memory that you'll never forget. Number 13, identify what's causing the worry or doubt and use reasoning and logic to get rid of the doubt or worry. I hate spiders. Well, there's really nothing to be worried about unless it's like a black widow or something. We do have those brown wolf spiders here that can, cause an issue, but they're usually more scared of me than I am of them. So I just have my husband or my son smush it and that takes care of my problem. So, identify what's causing your worry. You're worried about maybe a surgery coming up or something. Talk with the doctor about your concerns. Okay, what's the worst case scenario? This, and that. Is that going to happen? No, that's a pretty rare thing, and the chances of that is 1%. Okay, well 1%, it's probably not going to happen, so don't worry about it, right? Focus your attention on good things and good thoughts and not, being worried or doubtful about something. 14, smile. If people see that you're in a good mood, they may not be so confrontational, and then they might be in a good mood. So just smile. Even if they're an a-hole, smile. Just, just smile. Okay, be nice. Be in a good mood. 15, use open-ended questions so you can learn about another person and get interaction, especially if you're in sales. So, open-ended questions. Don't ask them, do you feel this and that, and it's yes or no. Don't ask them a yes or no question. Ask them, something that they have to actually engage a conversation with you. You're going to learn so much more about them, and especially if you're in sales, you can sell them a lot of stuff too, because you're going to make that connection. Can my product or service solve their issue, right? Because that's what it's all about. They're not going to buy from you unless you're solving their issue. Number 16, tell a joke. Laugh a little. There's stupid jokes. I usually end my meeting with a stupid joke so that it just gets us in a good mood so we can handle the day. So tell a joke and laugh with somebody. Watch a comedy. Number 17, use smaller plates. So when you're, making dinner tonight, use a smaller plate. You'll end up putting less on it because you can't put any more on it. You can fill it up and that's it. You'll have less of a calorie intake if you use smaller plates. So get rid of all the big plates. You don't need them. Use a smaller plate and you'll eat less. 18, if you eat out, only eat half of your meal and bring it back. And I do a lot of this. I have a smaller appetite now, and the older you get, you will have a smaller appetite. Don't force it. Bring it home. You can warm it up and have a nice lunch or dinner tomorrow. Costs less too. You get 2 meals in one. Number 19, park your car the furthest away from the building. That'll help you get a little exercise. And if there's somebody else that might need to be closer than you because they're in a walker or something and they don't have the handicap thing in their car, this will just help, okay? And it'll get you moving, right? And less dings on your car too. Number 20, take the stairs. So this is another thing. If they have an elevator, take the stairs. Give you a little exercise. 21, eat something green today. Veggies, salad, eat something green. Not anything from a package. Try to have a meal with nothing in a package. Try to have it with something with green stuff. 22, make a list. List what you're going to do today. List at the grocery store. List of your goals. List of where you're going to spend your money this week. If you make a list, you're more than likely going to follow the list, and then things get done. So if you spend your money A, B, and C, there's probably not going to be a D there because you're going to spend it all on A, B, and C, which is hopefully paying the bills, paying off debt, investing the rest, right? Number 23. Go to bed a little earlier than normal. Get some sleep. I cashed out early last night. I was tired. I was like, you know what? I got a couple of big days coming up here. I want to get my rest. And you know what? I feel awesome today. So go to bed a little bit earlier. You don't have to binge watch the next season of whatever on Netflix, That can wait. Do it over the weekend. But tonight, go to bed half an hour earlier. You're going to see a big difference in how you feel tomorrow. 24, this is one of my personal favorites, and it's floss. Floss your freaking teeth. Half of the fillings that I do are in between the teeth, and they could be avoided if you actually floss the crap out of your teeth. Get the crap out of your teeth. Just do it right before bed and get the stuff out of there, okay, that you've been eating all day, and it's going to decrease the likelihood of you getting a cavity in between your teeth. And the last one we're going to talk about is schedule the activities you want to accomplish for the day. When you fail to plan, you plan to fail. So maybe you need to hit the gym early today because you have a late meeting. So you make a list. Hit the gym early, go to work, hit the meeting, take the kids to soccer practice, get something to eat, and, work on whatever tonight. Well, if you do lay out your plan A through Z, you can't go wrong. Okay? So those are some clues on some habits, habit formation, where they come from, how do we get them. If you want to dive deeper and learn more, I can actually help you in the Habit Formula book how to tweak them, how to change them. So easy. It's so much easier than you think, but you have to concentrate your effort and a little bit of energy towards it. And you have to be aware of what you want to change and tweak. It's so easy. What I want you to do is grab a free copy. Go to thehabitformulabook.com, thehabitformulabook.com, grab your free book and start. You don't even have to read the book. Go to the end of the chapter, okay? And there's questions there to answer. It will lead you to what you want to change and how you're going to go about changing it. If you just do the exercise at the end of the book, I can pretty much guarantee you're going to get the results that you want, and it'll be sooner than you think. And then you can start working on. Start with something small, and then start working up to the big stuff. And that's it for today. So tomorrow is free dental day. So if anybody knows of anybody that needs some dental work and they just haven't been able to come in, maybe cost is a factor, we're going to be here between 8 and 2 tomorrow, which is Friday, August 2nd. So please come in. Please share this video. If you want to learn more about habits, about mindset, about tips and tricks of being successful, of earning money, having investment income, I have little videos that I'm just starting to shoot and just starting to put up there on my YouTube channel. So it's Stephanie Aldrich, the Habit Master on YouTube. Please subscribe. I'm just starting to get subscribers now, and the feedback has been pretty good. So share and comment below. I would love to hear any issues that you guys are having, any questions you have about habits, or anything, any areas of your life that you want to improve. Give me a shout out, because when you do that, I can answer them, I can make a video about them, and if it's going to help you, it's probably going to help other people. So that's it for our show today. I've blabbed on enough. I'll see you guys. We're going to be shooting live here and there tomorrow, so I won't be here at noon, I doubt it, but we're going to be shooting here and there during the day so you can see how our free dental day is going. So that's it for me. The Habit Master is out. What are you doing with yourself? Why are you the same? Are you tired of getting the same results year after year after year? Bob Proctor, the star of the movie The Secret, says if you want to change, you have to change your paradigms that are controlling you. A paradigm is a bunch of habits. Everything you do is habitual. Your customs, your beliefs, the way you put your clothes on in the morning was taught to you by someone else. Who are you listening to? You want to change your weight, your salary, or your relationships, you first must start with your habits. Dr. Stephanie Aldrich, creator of the Habit Formula, has spent the last few years learning how to have love, health, and wealth. She has the secret sauce to all, and she wants to give it to you for free. Go to thehabitformulabook.com for more information.